2004. I wonder what it'll bring.
Same amount of misery as 2003, 2002 and 2001, probably.
You may have a pleasant surprise. I might die.
Mother!
Blanche.
What? I'm only saying. Oh, I don't delude myself. I know for a fact that if I dropped dead tomorrow, she'd have a spring in her step for the rest of the year.
That is an awful thing to say.
And you've been saying awful things for the past few days. And why? Because I'm doing what you should be doing.
Oh, well, and what should I be doing?
Everything you can to make sure that Tracy keeps that baby. Oh, don't you care who brings your grandchild up?
Don't you dare accuse me of not caring. You weren't here. I begged Tracy, begged her to let me bring that baby up. I did all I could.
And it wasn't enough. You gave up, like you always give up on things. I've got more staying power.
Oh, you've got more money, you mean? You can afford to buy Tracy a house and I can't. And I never will be able to now, will I? Because any money I might have had coming to me when you do die...
Deirdre.
Well, there won't be any now, will there? Because she's blown it all on buying Tracy a house.
Tracy must keep that baby.
Oh, and buying her a house is going to change her mind, is it? Is this the first sign of dementia?
Blanche, I'm sure you've acted with the best of intentions, but you must see how hurt Deirdre is. She took you in when you needed a home. We welcomed you, looked after you.
Since when have I needed looking after? And I pay me way. You can't say I don't. I've always paid me way. I've made certain of that. There are many who would expect their daughter to look after 'em out of love. But my daughter is only interested in me money. Betty's coming round for her dinner. That should cover the cost of feeding her.
Now you're being stupid.
Take it.
I don't want it.
Yes, you do. You've been saying so ever since you found out about number 7. Here, take the lot. I never had you down as a money grabber, Deirdre. Just shows how wrong I've been all these years.
Shelley looking after you all right?
Oh, yes, but, well, it's not home, is it?
Oh, that's how I feel. About this house. It used to be my home. Not anymore.
Oh, for goodness sake. How can you sit there comparing yourself to Betty? She just practically lost everything. With you, you've dusted off your savings book and bought a house. And speaking of homes, this used to be my home before you descended, criticising me and butting in where you're not wanted.
Oh, you've said it now. Did you hear that, Betty? Me own daughter doesn't want me. I'm in the way. She's just waiting for me to die.
There you go again, twisting what I say.
See that, Betty? See that spark of anger? That's what I live with. And why is she angry?
I wouldn't know.
I'll tell you why. Because she can't wait to get her hands on the small pittance that I've scrimped and saved for all my life.
Pittance? You've just bought a house. And if you want to see a pittance, try having a look at my savings book.
Well, it's your fault. You should have married Ken when he asked you to. Then this house would have been half yours.
It is half Deirdre's. When I die, it'll be hers outright.
See? She's planning Ken's death now as well.
Oh, I don't think so.
I don't have to listen to this.
It is, we've had our first promise from Harry here. He will make your knob shine and clear all your nooks and crannies.
Smut!
Now then, who's going to open the bidding?
50p.
50p, do I hear a pound?
A pound.
Come on, ladies, a whole spring clean, top to bottom. I'll even use my extendable feather duster.
Hey, now that's worth more than a pound.
But it's all for charity. It's a very good cause. All right, then, £2.
An advance on 2 quid.
£5.
7.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Peace. Going. Gone. Sold to Blanche for £12. Shall I send him round to number 1 tomorrow?
Oh, no, I want him cleaning number 7 for Tracy. Plenty to do. Deirdre does all the cleaning at number 1. Well, if you can call it that. All she really does is push the dust around.
Your granddaughter.
Oh, she's always been unpredictable.
Doesn't that worry you? I mean, having just given her a house, if she's that unpredictable, she might just sell it.
Oh, I'm not that daft. I bought the house for her, but it's in my name. It's my house.
Oh, that's good.
Did I just hear you say that it's your house?
Oh, there she goes, listening in to other people's conversations, ears flapping.
But I thought you bought it for Tracy.
That's right, but it's my name on the deeds.
So what's it all about then? This grand gesture of giving Tracy a house? You've given her nothing.
Yes, I have. I've given her independence. Besides, when I die, it goes to her. I'm making sure of that.
Oh, I'll bet you are. Anything to get at me, eh? This is all just a big game to you, isn't it? Well, I'll tell you something. I'm glad you bought number 7. I'm glad Tracy's going to get a proper start, because I know how hard it is not to have one. Yes, I'm glad you bought that house.
Good. I'm glad you're glad.
And shall I tell you why I'm glad?
Oh, please do. We're all listening.
I'm glad because it gives me a chance to say this. Pack your bags, Mother.
You what?
Pack your bags. You own a house. You don't need to live in mine anymore.
Your bags. That's what she said. As if I were a parlour maid caught pinching the silver.
It was the heat of the moment.
Her own mother, made to feel unwanted, in front of all my friends as well.
Morning.
Ah, you look smart.
Oh, well, I thought I'd make an effort for this induction thing. Although, why I need inducting, I don't know. I mean, once you've seen one filing system, you've seen them all. Morning, Mother. Oh, I see. Not speaking to me, eh? Oh, well, it's just as well you're moving out then, isn't it?
I have no interest in anything you have to say, unless it's an apology.
Well, actually, yes, I do apologise.
Good.
I apologise for saying what I did in front of your friends. But I stand by what I said. You bought number 7, you go and live in it.
What's wrong? We can.
Never dare to talk to my mother like that. Well, you heard her yourself. And all because I'm doing what she should have done weeks ago. Working on Tracy. Getting her to see there are options. Stop her giving our flesh and blood away to the freak show at the cafe.
Who's this Ralph Lancaster?
An old friend.
Strikes me you've had a lot of old friends, and most of them men. When's his birthday?
I don't know.
Well, how am I going to send him a card, then? You'll have to ring him and ask him.
I'll do no such thing. We haven't spoken in years. For all I know, he might have moved.
You keep a very unsatisfactory address book. Do you never go through it?
I don't use it much.
Alec Gilroy, Sidney Green, Frank Gartside. Did you know any women at all?
There are women in there. Mavis is in there.
Anthony Stevens. I suppose he was another old friend. What an active life you've led.
Was there anything else, Blanche?
I could have done with a sympathetic ear, but I can see that's not on offer.
Sorry. Hey, when's your birthday?
22nd of January.
Write that down, and then you can send Blanche a card from me. See, I do have women friends.
22nd of January. Do you want me to put your address down as number 1, Coronation Street, or will you have moved into number 7 by then, love?
You can put down number 1. Deirdre can huff and puff as much as she likes. There's no way I'm moving. By the time I've finished with her, she'll be begging me to stay.
Hello?
Don't say anything. I'd have gone before now. Only I'm looking for me certificates. I've found me birth, but I can't find me married one. You don't know where they are, do you?
I didn't think you'd be packed already.
You made it perfectly clear you wanted me out. I don't want to stay where I'm not wanted, Deirdre.
I haven't said you're not wanted.
Haven't you? What do you call shouting at me in front of me friends? That was humiliating, Deirdre. However much you hate me, you could have...
Don't hate you. You're my mother. Of course I don't hate you. But can you imagine how I felt on Christmas Day? You buy me oven gloves and Tracy gets a house.
This way, she's got her own place, a nest, where she can be alone with the baby. course, now I'm moving in with her, that won't be the same, will it? I just hope she won't feel crowded. I mean, the house not being in her name. Well, maybe if I don't get under her feet, she won't flit. I can always go round to Emily's or kill time at the library.
Now you're just trying to make me feel guilty.
I don't mean to. I'm sorry it's come to this, Deirdre. I've enjoyed living here, being with you. It made up for all those years I were in Kenilworth. I just ask you to make sure that you keep Tracy close to you. Say goodbye to Ken for me. I've written out my recipe for shepherd's pie. You know how much he likes it.
Oh, Mum. You don't have to go. I've been behaving like a jealous child.
I don't want to be in the way.
You're not in the way. Look, you put the kettle on. I'll get rid of these cases.
No, I'll do it.
No, it's all right. They're empty. You had no intention of going.
You said yourself you were acting like a jealous child.
Right. Get in there and finish packing.
But you just said that
You are leaving this house if I have to drag you out by the hair.
She's so against living in number 7. I thought she'd jump at the chance of getting away from here.
Well, apparently she doesn't want to crowd Tracy. She hasn't minded crowding us all these years. Oh, Ken. She pushes me and pushes me. I don't want her hating me. I don't want her going off to Tracy's thinking I'm a right cow.
Deirdre, is it all right if I pick up the rest of my stuff tomorrow?
Yeah, of course it is.
I'll hang on to my key then. I'll leave it on the table when I've finished.
No, it's all right. You hang on to it.
Well, I suppose we'll bump into each other sometime. In the shop or the bar.
Of course, we'll see each other. You're only going down the street.
Yeah, sure we will.
Let me take your cases.
No, I can manage. Bye, Ken. Deirdre.
She'll be all right.
I know.
Home sweet home. Gran,
I've been thrown out. Help me in with my bags, will you?
what, you moving in here?
Where else would I go?
If you want my advice, don't bother. What do you mean?
Grant, I'm worried.
Well, you needn't be. I'm here now.
Yeah, I know, that's what's worrying me.
Hey?
Well, it's not right. No, I mean, it's great and everything, living with your gran. Really wonderful, it's just... Well, I feel really guilty.
What on earth for?
Well, you know, taking you away from my mum.
Oh, her. Oh, you needn't bother yourself on that score.
Yeah, well, I do. Look, I just don't want to come between you.
Now, listen. If there's any discord in this family, it's down to her. What about how she spoke to me yesterday?
Yeah, I know that, but she was shocked.
She were jealous.
Yes, she was. But you've got to ask yourself why.
Because she's a small-minded, mean, petty woman.
No, because she's hurt.
Hurt?
Yeah, I mean, she can see that I'm taking her place in your affections, and she's devastated. She's gutted. That whole mother-daughter thing has been blown apart by me.
What mother-daughter thing?
The bond between you.
There is no bond between us.
Oh, yes, there is.
She told you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, she was always going on about, you know, how one day she hoped the bond between me and her was going to be as strong as between you two.
She said that?
Honest.
Good. Then this will make her appreciate me even more.
Eh?
Living apart will make her realise just what she's missing. I always told her she were lucky to have me as a mother, but I never thought she believed me. Thanks for telling me, Tracy. You're a good girl. Deliveries, do you?
Oh, no, sorry.
Oh, shame. Because if you did, you could deliver to my new address. I live at number 7 now.
Number 7?
With Tracy. That's right. Only I hope you won't worry that I might have an unhelpful influence over her and a silly decision about the baby. On the other hand, maybe you should worry. Because if it's out to do with me, the only way that baby is going to step foot in this place is as a customer, with me or Tracy paying the bill.
Oh, Lord, make me live it.
Patience, Hayley, patience. Blanche thinks she's getting one over on us by buying that house for Tracy, but what she doesn't know is the financial agreement between Tracy and ourselves.
Deirdre, I'm back.
Yes, Tracy said you would be. I have to say I didn't believe her. Oh, come here. You're an old softy, aren't you, underneath that granite exterior?
Have you been at the cooking, Sherry?
Ah. Is this not the return of the prodigal mother, then?
Is it tuppence? I've come back to pick up a few more things.
Hey, what are you doing?
Well, I'll have it for my bedroom.
You will not.
Why not? You don't like it?
It's beside the point. It was Uncle Albert's.
Then he won't miss it.
Give me that. God, and to think I almost believed her.
Who?
Tracy. And a one-woman impersonation of the United Nations Peace Corps.
She says something to me about a mother-daughter bond. Oh, load of nonsense.
Apparently.
Well, I mean, have you ever felt it?
Have you?
Might have. I'll get on then.
Mum.
Yes?
Nothing.
I've been to see my mum.
All right.
She is really missing you.
She said that.
Well, no, I think it was more what she didn't say. But you know, Mum, she always has a bit of difficulty with words.
Not so I've noticed.
Well, you know, emotions, like you were saying, words. You mean everything to her.
Well, that's true. I certainly never heard her say that.
Well, exactly. So I reckon if you were to go round there and just sort of make out that you want to move back...
Oh, I don't think so. I gave her a chance earlier.
All right. Now listen, Gran. I think it's really great the two of us sharing this house. It's just... Well, I don't think it's going to work.
Why not?
Well, what happens if I decide to sell up and move somewhere else? What happens if you don't want to move?
Well, I'd stay here.
No, that's what I mean. If I decide to sell up.
But you wouldn't be able to.
What do you mean?
The house doesn't belong to you.
Well, no, you said this was my house.
It will be.
What do you mean, will be?
When I die. It's not yours at the moment, but I've left it to you and the baby in me will, so it will be one day. In the meantime, it'll be just me and you. Cup of tea?
Bethany!
What do you think? Have I got problems?
Well, I never put myself forward as an expert, Blanche, except in the area of industrial and domestic hygiene. But since you ask, I'd say at a purely cursory glance, you're free of all rot, wet, dry or medium. I can't hear the Death Watch beetle having its lunch. The plumbing, well, you could eat your dinner off, not that you'd want to. No, it's a fine little ship, in my opinion.
So you think I've got a bargain?
Well, I'd be surprised if you had any major outlay.
Oh, you put me mind at rest. Here's a little something for all your time and effort.
Now, I'm not going to make you blush, Blanche. All I'm going to say is that it's a very charming thought, but I did this out of pleasure. You know, if I can help someone as I pass along, well, that's what they taught me at Sunday school, and it's always served me well. Good day to you, Blanche.
Blanche.
Jack?
I bet you fancy a new fridge in there, don't you?
I'm sorry, Jack. I've got one already fixed in.
So have I. I can't get it out. Kenneth.
Hi, Jack. Afternoon, Blanche.
Had a nice day out, Ken? Gave you a shopping list, did she?
I'm trying to support your daughter. Is it a thought that's ever crossed your mind?
I'm rather busy looking after her daughter and her future grandchild, excuse me.
Oh, come on.
Oh, that's right. You go off to work and leave your family to fend for itself.
I beg your pardon.
You don't give a thought to your daughter or your unborn grandchild. You even kick your own mother out of your house. But that's not enough for you, is it? Now you're abandoning your husband.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call it abandoning, and he's not my husband.
Yes, well, the less said about that, the better. It's not natural, a woman going off to work and expecting her man to do all the cooking.
Oh, well, you'll be glad to know we're having a takeaway tonight.
A takeaway? Is that what it's sunk to already? Eating out of plastic containers? Poor Kenneth. He must rue the day I ever left.
Goodbye, Mother.
Oh, you still call me that, do you?
Shut up and smile, she's there.
Shall I ring Streak? I'll see why he's late.
He's not late yet.
Don't look at him skipping about. Wish you could sue folk for a hiding in my day. I'd have retired at 13.
Nobody's had a hiding.
Oh, there's time. You may as well be hung for a sheep.
And nobody's getting hung.
Magistrate's court. Oh, never get bored of it, you. You're worse than plane spotters.
But bored of what?
Tommy's favourite hobby. Hanging on the courts, guessing what everyone's done.
Or not done.
Oh, the old smoke without fire thing. Give over.
Yeah, well, in this case, it isn't smoke that we're dealing with. It's hot air. And I intend to inform the court that if anyone should be prosecuted, it's them that's spouting it.
I should have gone to me whist drive. There's always decent rows there.
Anticlimax, is it? Well, now you know what court felt like for me today.
Here.
2 pints, please.
Right.
Never mind that. Let's have summat fizzy.
Beer's fizzy.
Proper fizzy. Celebrate getting to the end of an hard and upsetting week.
Brass necker, that woman.
The W eyes in. Or has one of them day trip coaches to Morecambe just tipped out at door?
Well, really? Oi, no trouble.
You're right. They might be pensioners, but I know at least one can swing a right hook if she's a mind to.
How dare you?
This is more like it.
If you think you can come swanning in here, spouting your scheming little lies.
Know that, do you?
Yes, we do. We know Rita.
Saint Rita and her work amongst the kiddies, is it? Are you denying touching my boy?
I said I hit him, and I'd do it again, but I never hurt him. That's a fact.
My lad says you did.
Everyone knows you're lying.
No, you don't. You only hope I am. You wait till the court proves what sort of woman she really is.
I know what sort of woman you think I am. The sort that you think you'll get an expensive holiday out of.
So I told the lad he can have a treat when this is over. So what? He deserves it after what you did to him.
Only a fool would believe your story.
Not what my brief said. He said it's your word against my Chesney's. And he's got bruises to talk for him. You're backing the wrong horse here. She hit him. She's admitting as much. Then tried to bribe the lad with stuff. She hasn't got a leg to stand on. Now, if you don't mind, I'm trying to have a drink here.
2 pints of your fizziest beer, please, Betty.
Well, I'm chucking out.
Oh, leave it, Audrey. I don't think I could stomach another drink.
Want to go?
Yes. Sorry, Blanche. Show's over.
Oh, a bit late for backup.
Why? What happened? You all right, Rita?
If you want me to take that boy to one side.
Thanks, Blanche, but I don't think that'd do any good.
Well, the offer's there. Good night.
Good night, Blanche.
Has somebody said something?
Somebody said plenty.
That silly woman's utterly without conscience.
I'm sure a court will see straight through her, like the police did.
Look, come on, let's buy you a drink in the Rovers.
Oh, I'm tired. I'd rather get off home if that's all right.
Have a coffee first.
No, I'd rather not, if you don't mind. But I do thank you for all that you're doing. A bit of goodwill goes a long way. Shame it's so lacking behind some of these doors in this street.
I'll come and help you open up.
Right. Okay. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Yeah?
You're welcome.
How is Tracy, by the way?
Very well.
And the baby?
Well, he doesn't say a lot, but I'm assuming he is fine as well.
She'll have started her antenatal classes by now, I take it.
I don't know whether she has or not.
Only according to my pregnancy plan, she should have.
Well, I'm sure Tracy has a pregnancy plan of her own.
Yes, these things are easily overlooked, especially if you're working. Perhaps if you were to give her a nudge in the right direction.
I'm sure she realises how important it is to look after herself. After all, it's my great-grandchild she's carrying.
Yes, of course.
Hiya.
What does she order?
Chips and coffee, skimmed milk. She refused free broccoli and nutritional advice of any kind.
Listen, don't worry. Pregnant women are famous for bad eating.
Come here. I'm sick of eating off my knee. Meals are meant to be eaten from a table. It's one of the things that separates us from the animals.
Yeah, well, how am I supposed to enjoy my dinner with the Folic Acid Police on one side and Karen MacDonald's never-ending story on the other?
So, I was going to go for a string quartet, and I thought, nah, it's a bit common, innit? So what are you going for instead? I'll go for an art. An art? Yeah, it's 10 times classier, that, Janice.
And 4 times cheaper.
How do you know that?
It's quarter of a string quartet.
No. String quartet's like 4 fiddles, isn't it?
It's 4 string instruments. And that's what an harp is, a string instrument.
I thought Janice fate. It means Steve destined to be together.
I wish she'd give it a rest.
Oh, me too.
Goodness knows what your boss sees in her. I mean, I know she's attractive.
What, you think?
Yeah, but looks don't last. If I'd married Donald for his looks, by the time that Ford prefect broke his back, I'd have been grateful. I'd have been behind the wheel myself. You need more than physical attraction to make a marriage work.
I'll tell you what, I'll come here. I'm going to been to loads of wedding fairs.
Have you thought about what you'll be doing for your birthday this weekend?
Sorry, what?
Your birthday. Look, why not have a party? Ask some people round. I don't mind making myself scarce.
Excuse me.
Oh, what now?
We've chosen some wallpaper for the baby's room.
We thought yellow, it being a neutral colour and us not being sure whether it's a boy or a girl.
You'd know that feeling, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, just thought you might be interested.
Well, I'm not.
Keep the receipt.
Look, there's no need to do that. I just don't care how you decorate your nursery, okay?
Yes, but I think you should care about your forthcoming labour.
For your own sake, at least.
You're about to go through a very traumatic experience. You need to be prepared.
We think you should go to antenatal classes.
No.
You don't know what you're letting yourself in for.
Look, she's got a mother and a grandmother she can go to if she wants to know that.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's just a kick, it's not to worry about.
What? Is he moving now? Oh, he can probably hear us. Hello!
Grant, I'm going to go and get us a dining table. Today. See you later.
Seriously, you'll not need that wallpaper.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm just a bit jealous.
It's very good of you.
Well, it won't take long. It looks pretty straightforward.
There's no rush, though, is there? Unless you want to follow Karen on.
Nope.
She's been trying to drag him to a wedding fair.
She were boring us all silly about that at dinner time.
She does harp on a bit, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Do you want a drink?
Well, if you two are going to have one.
Coming right up?
Oh, not for me, Tracy. I'm on my way out. There's a whist drive on at the Legion.
Okay.
Thanks for your help.
Oh, no problem.
See you later.
Bye, Gran. There you go.
I thought you were going to
be wearing these by Easter.
Better hope you take after me then, not your mother. It took her 2 years and a bad case of gastric flu before she got her figure back. So who's coming to this do of yours tonight?
No, I'm not having one. I've changed my mind.
After I've gone to all the trouble getting out of your way?
You're having dinner with Emily and Rita. You're not sitting in a bush shelter for 3 hours.
Do you think I want to spend the night with 2 old ladies whittering on about the youth of today?
Well, don't go then. No one's making you.
And let them down? Why have you changed your mind about a party, any road?
Gran, I could get all my friends into a phone box and still have room for some more. Having a party is just going to remind me of that.
Well, there's people at work. Eileen and that Patrick. And Steve. Oh, he is a nice lad.
Well, they work for a cab company. It's Saturday night. Think about it.
Well, there's Kieran. And... oh, surely he's got friends he can bring round.
Quit while you're ahead, eh, Gran?
You're your own worst enemy sometimes. You'll be at our Tracy's tonight, I hope.
Oh, Blanche, I forgot. Saturday I said I'd walk.
And you said you'd be at a party.
Look, I'll try and get an hour or two off later on.
Good. She's relying on you being there.
What's up? Nobody else going?
It's not meant to be a big do. She doesn't want just anybody turning up.
You going to be on the door then, vetting people?
I've got other plans, thank you so much.
So she can't even get you to come. Says it all, doesn't it?
Remind you of any engagement parties?
I'm looking forward to the wedding.
Not back, thank you. Bought some new shoes. What do you think to them then?
What about you and your Steve? He thinks a lot about her, doesn't he?
Oh.
And it's not just her birthday, it's a housewarming and all. Home for her and her baby. Say you'll come.
Yeah, why not?
Hey, Fizz, I reckon I could get you an invite, you know. I am a neighbour in that. There'll be loads of free booze.
Tyrone, it's going to be the worst party in history. Anyway, everyone will be laughing at you and that flipping horse.
Plum.
Getting changed for your party.
Don't you ever listen? I changed my mind about that.
Well, Kieran's coming. And Steve and his wife.
What?
While you were sitting here feeling sorry for yourself, I invited them.
You asked Steve MacDonald?
Karen. That'll be Rita. Well, are you getting changed? Have a nice time. Oh, you're early. Birthday girl's not even changed yet. No, Karen?
Well, it's a work thing.
Right. I'll be off.
We'll be closing the shop on Monday for the court case.
Whatever for? No need to come to the court.
Well, I might be called as a witness. Not that I saw anything.
Then you'll not be a witness, will you? Mind, now's your chance to help out. Get hold of Rita's solicitor and tell her you saw the whole thing.
That would be a lie.
A white one? It could back up her story.
It's not a story. It's what happened.
It could elaborate. Say the lad hit you first, kick you on the shins or something.
Oh, now look, I don't want to go on about it. I'm going to court and it'll all be sorted. I'll tell the truth and that'll be that. I mean, they've only to take one look at me and then them. It'll be clear who's lying.
I'd like to think so.
A lad like that?
Looks like Oliver Twist.